Hi, it's me, Rachelyn, and today is Spending Saturday. Today is the day that I talk about everything that I spent in the last week. My week goes from Friday to Thursday of the previous week, and so let's go ahead and get started because I am so excited about this one. Everything that I talk about here is either using my card, using cash, or using a gift card. I have decided to not put in anything else, whether if it comes out of my bank account automatically or if I send a payment somewhere or something like that. Like, I have decided not to include that. There has to be a little bit more for me to share with you when I do my budget updates. And plus, like, I just don't recall those things, especially if it comes out automatically. I might not remember to put it in my Spending Saturday notes. But as far as when I'm out shopping right now, it is currently now a habit for me to just add it to my Spending Saturday notes. So let's get into this. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes, so just pardon me. On Friday, December 21st, I spent $4.72 at Starbucks, and I used a gift card. This was the last school day before the official break, and so I just kind of got myself a little Starbucks to celebrate since I had some gift cards. I also spent $2.63 at Starbucks, and I actually applied the rest of what was left on my gift card to the person that was in line behind me, because Starbucks made me the wrong drink, and so I felt bad because I was like making the person behind me wait, but they gave me the drink that they made wrong, so I actually ended up with 2 drinks, and I paid a little bit for the person behind me, so I feel like that was a pretty good deal that day. I also spent $26.72 at a restaurant when we went out. There were about 5 teachers that we went out together to a restaurant after school. We ended school early that day, and we didn't have lunch at school, so we went and had like a brunch lunch kind of thing out, and I decided to splurge and spend a lot more on restaurants than I normally do, because I hadn't spent anything in restaurants really yet, I don't think, or at least just a little bit, and I know I'm in budget on restaurants, and so I just let myself splurge and celebrate that break had started and I didn't have to go back to school for 2 whole weeks. Then I also spent $30.66 at Amazon. I'm a little bit embarrassed about this one because I bought something that I already have. I bought a piano book with Wicked songs, and I already have it, and I completely forgot that I had it, and I'm just like really embarrassed about that. The $30 was not all for that. I spent about $15 of the $30 on a gift for my brother. I changed my mind on what to get him for Christmas. I ended up getting him a gummy maker that you can make like gummy candies, like gummy bears and gummy worms and things like that you can make at home, and I spent about $15 on that. And then the rest of it was spent on the Wicked piano book, and I'm just like, I'm so upset because I already had it, and I'm gonna see if I can return it to Amazon. Hopefully I can. And I tried to cancel the order, but even within just a few minutes, when I realized that I already had one, but they wouldn't, like, I guess they had already submitted it for shipping, and so I do have the book now. I haven't unwrapped it from the package, but I do have it. So I had used a $25 gift card to pay for part of that, and then the rest of it, the $5.66, that was out of pocket. On Saturday, December 22nd, I spent $0 at Wendy's because I was desperate for some water, and I go whenever that happens and I don't have water with me and I really need something, then I will go through a drive-thru and I will order the largest free water that you can give me. So that way, if they cannot give me a free water, they'll just let me know, which that doesn't really happen. And if the biggest one is a small, I'll take a small. But if you just order a water, they're most likely going to give you a small. But if you ask for a large and they can give you one, then they'll just give you one. So that's normally what I do when I go through a drive-thru and I really want some water. I'll just order the largest free water you can give me. On Sunday, December 23rd, I did not spend anything. On Monday, December 24th, I did not spend anything. And then on Tuesday, December 25th, I did not spend anything. So I had 4 no spend days all in a row. it was awesome. Actually, that's not true, because on Wednesday, December 26th, I also had a no spend day. I had 5 no spend days in a row. But I did put a note in here that on Wednesday, the day after Christmas, it was so hard not to actually go out and go shopping and get something for myself that I didn't get for Christmas that I want, or just go shopping and see what they have the sales. Like, it was so hard for me to not go out, because I really wanted to go out, because this is something that I do every year, and I refused to go out like pretty much at all on Wednesday because I did not want to go shopping. My mom had Kohl's cash to spend, and she asked me about going to Kohl's. I was like, no, I'm gonna stay home, because there's nothing that I needed. It actually kind of helped me a little bit, for the fact that there's nothing that I need, and I only asked for one thing for Christmas, which was a camera, and I got it. So when I was trying to think, well, what would I go out and go shopping for? Nothing comes to mind. The biggest thing would probably be clothes, because that's my biggest downfall, but I have so many clothes. So I just told myself no, and I just didn't go out. But it was still hard. It was really hard. And then Thursday, December 27th, I spent $4.89 at Barnes & Noble. I took back a couple of books. I took back a book that I got for my uncle, because he said to not get him any gifts. And so I took his book back, because right now at this point in my life, if you tell me not to get you a gift, I'm not going to get you a gift. In a couple of years when I am debt free, you tell me not to get you a gift, I'm going to buy you something. But right now, if you say not to, I'm going to take you up on that and save a little bit of money. So I took back his book, and I also took back the book that I got from my brother, because I ended up getting him the gummy maker instead. So I took those things back, and then I needed a calendar, which I will talk about next week in my goals video. I needed to get myself a calendar for 2019, for a wall calendar, and then I also got another calendar for another friend for Christmas, and I just found it, and like it was perfect. I just had to get it for her, even though she would probably rather me not get her anything, and I didn't have anything for her, but I decided to get it for her anyway because she's gonna love it. And then I also got a book for a friend of mine who also has a birthday this month, and I spent $4.89 after taking back the other 2 books. Then I also spent, I don't even know how to count this money that I spent. So the camera that I got for Christmas from my parents, it has a switch on it that you have to like make sure that the switch is flipped up if you're going to take pictures, and you have to switch it down if you're going to take videos. That is not going to work for me, because sometimes I use my camera to take pictures, and most of the time I use my camera to take video, and I know that I would forget to flip the switch up or down and not remember to check where the switch is, and I would be making a video talking to myself, and it would be just like a picture, and it was just like, I just know that I would mess up with that camera. And so I went with my mom, and we took the camera back. They also got me an SD card, which was really nice, but I have 2, actually I have more than 2 very good SD cards that I currently use. And so I went with my mom, took those 2 items back, and looked for another camera. I also am very partial to Canon, and the one that they got me was a Sony, and so I picked out a newer Canon camera that is very similar to this one that I have, except it's a little bit better. And so the camera that I picked out was more than what my parents got me. So the camera itself, like, I paid $190.89. But I had to pay extra $50.89, and so $50 went on general gift cards that I had gotten for Christmas, and then I paid 89 cents in cash because I just gave them $1 and then got a little bit of change. So I feel like I spent a lot, but at the same time, okay, so this one is just really confusing for me, because it's kind of like, well, like, did I spend $190 for spending Saturday, or did I spend $50, or did I spend 89 cents because it was on gift cards? And plus I have a sinking fund that is called my laptop fund, but it was also a sinking fund for a new camera. And so I don't know if I should put the $50 and maybe like transfer that to my bank account, and just be like, okay, well, there you go. I guess that would be kind of silly. But anyway, the $50, I guess I'll just use the gift cards out of that and instead of the sinking fund, and just kind of call it a day. It's a little bit confusing, but I am really excited about it. They actually did not have the camera in stock, so I am currently still using my camera that I have been using for a while, which is an okay camera. It just has dust in the lens, and so anytime I'm in any kind of like weird light, especially natural light, you could definitely see the dust in the lens, and so it's time for a new camera. And I did want to get something that was just a little bit better than what I currently have, and the camera that my parents got me was probably about the same. The biggest thing for me was the switch on the side, and you just have to make sure that you're in camera mode or you're in video mode, and that will not do. I need to have two different buttons. If I'm going to take a picture, I push this button, and if I'm going to take a video, I need to push this button, and not worry about making sure that it's switched back and forth, because of how much I do videos, but then I also do a lot of pictures, like that just would not work for me. That is everything that I spent this past week. Give me a like, definitely, for 5 days in a row of no spend, and also let me know how you did this past week with spending. I know it was the last weekend leading up to Christmas, so I don't know how you did with that. And then of course the couple of days right after Christmas, did you go and buy out anything that was on clearance or on sale and all of that stuff that I have a hard time resisting? Were you able to resist it, or did you go buy something? So let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you are not already, and watch me continue to get out of my student loan debt. That's it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.